Welcome to IceRays TV. I'm Reagan Elam with Collin, Schuck, and this weekend is a very pivotal weekend for the IceRays. 4 straight games against the Odessa Jackalopes beginning this Friday and Saturday, and this is a stretch for the playoffs.
14 games left in your season, 6 of them straight against Odessa. This is what the playoffs are all about, and the fate of your own season rests in your hands. The IceRays and Jacks are separated by just 1 point. The IceRays at 43 points and the Jacks at 42. So when you have this kind of momentum and you have a competition against the team that is directly affecting the rest of your season, you've got to get points, you've got to find a way through. And this is not going to be like any regular season matchup you've seen so far. This is going to be a playoff set for the next 2 weeks, starting here in Corpus Christi and then next weekend in Odessa. Expect that to be the focal point, and expect this to be a preview of what the IceRays can be like in the playoffs.
Well, the IceRays come back home after their trip to Amarillo battling the Bulls. The Bulls are below the IceRays in standings, but they seem to match up evenly.
They do, and over the past 2 seasons, that's been the entire story. The IceRays and Bulls have split the past 2 years. 10 wins and 10 wins for either side, including 6 and 6 this year. You may look at the standing and say, well, Amarillo has 11 wins. The IceRays have lost to them 6 of the 11 wins that they have, but you've got to look at the quality of the games and the fact that those 2 teams separate their games by only 1 or 2 goals from almost the entire season series. So it's not about the quality of wins in terms of the final result, but the quality of what it takes to get to that point. These 2 teams battle, and it's just been the way that things have rolled for the past couple of years.
And out of that weekend, another IceRays player earned accolades from the league.
Yeah, Drake Lindsay picked up NAHL South Division Star of the Week. He's the second straight IceRay to do so, following Dryden McKay in the previous week, allowing only 3 goals in 3 games. But Lindsay had 5 assists in that span against Amarillo in just 2 games. He now has 6 multi-point games this season, 5 of them multi-assist games, and he's been the hot hand. He's feeling comfortable, too, and that trip to the Top Prospects tournament really helped out Drake. He knows that he's confident. The game is slowing down more for him, and so if he can continue to find ways to dish the puck out, the IceRays are going to get a lot better offensively.
So let's turn our attention to this weekend. 2 teams separated by 1 point. A lot is on the line. What should we expect?
A playoff environment. This is where the playoffs really start for either team, and they're both making that final push. And when you have 2 teams separated by just 1 point, it just makes things that much more aggravated. So look for a lot of chippiness, look for a lot of teams taking penalties, and look for the aggression really coming out. Now, you don't want to have too many penalties called against you, because then that makes things more difficult for your team to get going on the power play. But look for the chippiness, look for the rough play along the boards, and look for the intensity. It is going to be a playoff atmosphere for the next few weeks and for the rest of this IceRays season, so expect that out of both sides.
This weekend is also big for the IceRays organization. Frosty Friday is back, and the first ever Heart Association game is debuted this Saturday.
It's going to be a lot of fun to round out the month of February. These jerseys, the ones that I'm wearing right now, will actually be worn by the IceRays both Friday and Saturday, and they'll be auctioned off post-game after Saturday's game in the Eddie Jackson post-game jersey auction. Plus, we'll also have a silent auction table in Saturday's game. There's a lot of festivities, a lot of hubbub going around it. There's going to be a lot of local physicians from the area coming too, so it may not be a bad idea to come and maybe talk with a few people, but there's going to be a lot of emotions. We mentioned the ones on the ice, but also off the ice too, because this night does hit home for the IceRays organization, from the front office staff up through the ranks. So it's going to go both ways, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Puck drops at 7:11 on both nights, and if you can't make the game, coverage begins at 6:55. You can join me on sportsjuice.com and fasthockey.com.
For Collin, Schuck, I'm Reagan Elam, and we hope to see you this weekend. Go IceRays!